Milk.
Welcome to episode 3 of the Snow Milk podcast with the legendary Ron Carter, Sir Ron Carter.
Yes.
Also known as Maestro.
Yes.
Which is just a singular word. And you know, when people have like a singular word like Madonna, Prince, Maestro, it's like, that's a big deal.
Really?
It's not everybody's got that. But Maestro is just you. You know what I mean? So
Up to date.
it's a blessing, man. And so we have these 3 suits. I'm just going to go through these suits.
Yeah.
And then give him the Supra. Supra's back here. He's printing. So he's going to print the Snow Milk Ron Carter collaboration.
Wow, okay.
Which is like just super legendary, man. When I saw you wearing it, you were playing at the Blue Note for your birthday. And it was just like, you know, there's things like the universe, man. It's real, man. It's real. You know, you just wake up and it's like, you can't orchestrate it. As much as we are musicians, like the universe is the ultimate orchestrator of the whole song, the whole thing. And we are just like our own like little sounds for the time that we're here. And when you wore that blazer, it was like, you know, I see the pictures, like I'm like a viewer of it. And I was just like, I just loved it, man. I just thought it was amazing. And I'm just happy to be on this journey. And like, for you to be like, yeah, like, I like what Doobie's doing. I like Snow Milk. I'm going to wear this. Like, that's a choice. You made that choice, you know, and I appreciate it. And so these blazers, right? Because you wore it, and we put it out to the public to say, you can have this, the Ron Carter blazer.
No, and I will wear it.
We already were. I mean, like you made it iconic. You know what I mean? Now we're making it for the public. So we got these 3 blazers right here, right? It's gray, black,
okay,
and navy blue.
Okay.
And we have it in men's and women's cuts online.
Okay.
And this is made to order. So once you order, then we make it. And Super is going to print this. So at the beginning of this podcast,
something about to take place.
He's about to do the magic. We're about to do all magic, but he's about to do magic. And then at the end of the episode, he will show it to us.
Okay.
And we'll be like, wow, that's amazing. So here you go, Super. Thank you, bro. Super is a true legend. He used to come to my band shows. Those are the band called Shinobi Ninja. And he was like a teenager. Like 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So he was getting a little up there, but I used to sneak them in sometimes because they were underage and like they used to come to our shows. And for Super to be here, you know, as like a grown 30-something-year-old man, it's like that stuff matters. You know what I mean? It's just like, it just matters. Okay. Is there anything you want to say before I start asking you questions?
Speak.
Okay, I wrote these questions down on this, and I wanted it to be like, very like, I don't know what thing is, the late night, where they got the like, the logo thing, you know what I mean? These are my questions. I'm going to ask you this question about Miles Davis first, but I also want to say like, a lot of the records, when I listen to Paul Beato interview, like, I just needed to have more context of you as an individual because, like, I was born in 81. Do you know what I mean? Like, I grew up with, like, rock, hip-hop, metal, things like that. And so, like, there's records that I've never heard. There's artists, and this is the beautiful thing about music. The first artist that I ever went on tour with was as a bass player. All right? I know you can dig this, man. They had a big hit song with a sample of one of your records. And my job, it's my first tour ever, is to play your bass line
Good for you.
over and over and over again. Because it's like a hip hop sample, you know what I mean? So and I don't want to play it for you yet. You know, I want to play it on the bass just so you can hear it, and I just want to get your reaction of it because I just want to just even see where it is in your sphere of like, you played on so many records, you played so many things, and even when I was listening to that interview was another interview, it was like sometimes you didn't even know that you were going to be recorded. So like, you're making records like you're just having another conversation as a musician, and they just happen to be like, oh, we captured that, and you're like, cool, what did I say? And like, you do that so many times that like, I don't know if you remember everything you said, like if it plays back, like
Probably not, but that's what it is. One of the issues about those events, about them illegally recording a concert, is that I think when most musicians play, they have the internal understanding that it won't be heard again. And for someone in the audience who thinks that they own, that they have the right, because they paid an admission ticket or got from point A to point B, which is in front of this bandstand. That these musicians out there are playing solely for their benefit. And because they've paid their way in, they think they're entitled to steal the music.
Right, that's super trippy.
And oftentimes what they really hear is something that's not necessarily necessary to say, because they're looking for something special to take home with them. And when they leave the concert or the performance, they don't have the fulfilling space that it's supposed to have.
Right.
They're feeling a little guilty about stealing something that didn't work for them.
Right. They were coming there for a different intention.
Yeah, they're on the wrong page already, you know. And so when I hear people say they've recorded me playing at this club or that club, you know, I kind of feel sorry for them because they missed the point of us playing.
Right.
We're not playing to have a situation that allows them to steal. That's like we have a house and we don't lock the door. You're welcome to come in, but you can't steal the shit that's there, man, just because you got a ticket, man.
Right. For sure. Stop inviting you.
They don't understand. That's beyond their comprehension of music is not, in most broad terms, free.
Right.
There's a cost.
Right.
And right now you're costing me something from not understanding I'm doing this freely for you.
Right.
It's kind of backwards for them, you know?
Yeah.
After a while, you just stop worrying about that. And you can't focus going to work knowing that someone's going to steal your stuff. Otherwise, you can't play. That becomes more important to you to figure out how you can foil this theft.
Right. And that's all in your head.
Then doing what you got to do to make the band sound good because you're sitting there. Yeah.
Of course. Because that's what you're supposed to be doing.
That's what that is. And we can't live with it, you know?
Right. It was that moment in time. When you played a lot of gigs, when I was listening to the interview and you were talking about, like, and that's the thing, it's like, I have so much respect for your, like, depth of time. You know what I mean? Like, time is, like, a precious thing. And, like, you were talking about, like, before, you were like, we used to play, you know, three sets a night. And, you know, you were talking about, like, you got the dinner crowd and then, like, the next crowd and the next crowd. And, like, this is, like, before the Beatles. This is before, like, you know, jazz was the popular music of the time, and the only way you were really gonna get it was to go and see it, because there's not, like, how else? There's no internet. None of these things exist. It's like you gotta stand there and, like you're saying, like, don't record me, but actually just, like, listen, because that is the function of what we're doing here. Like, I'm playing for you. Like, we're here together. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna come and do it again in another 2 hours, and another 2 hours after that, and you can do that for years. And all of a sudden, you're in the maestro. You're just like a master, right?
Well, we hope that the talent makes that happen. I mean, you just can't wake up on mornings and get random. Say, okay, now I'm going to play some really great stuff tonight. I think a more accurate view is what I do in the mornings. I'm going to work tonight. And here's another chance to find another order for the notes I played last night. Or maybe those same notes belong in an order on this tempo or on these set of chords. The bass sounds different today. Our hands feel different. There are different audiences who are in different clothes, which sucks up the bass sound, all that stuff. That's all out of my control. So all I can control is my determination to be on the hunt for a new order of the notes I heard last week, or the last set,
Right.
or the last chorus.
Right.
That's my job.
Still a very,
And I'm getting better at it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Not of course.
You should, though.
I'm making it happen.
Yeah.
You know?